everyone, welcome back for more I Would Camp That. It's a beautiful evening. There's storm clouds, but it's sunny. It's kind of the half point between being beautiful and being crummy. So we'll see what the night brings. Rita and I have been having an absolute blast today. We've been bombing around kind of the cusp between central Alberta and where northern Alberta starts. Just looking around, we found so many abandoned properties today, so many beauties just forgotten by time. Now the hardest choice we're going to have to make tonight is which of these we're going to camp at, because we've found a lot. Now some of them are not accessible via truck. We'd have to actually park like on the shoulder of the road where there actually is a shoulder on those back roads and get out and look. But yeah, we're going to go pick one of these beauties and do a little camp out.
At the time of recording, it's actually the month of May, but surprise, surprise, we had snow last night. Welcome to Alberta. There is a risk of it snowing and or raining again tonight, so we're just gonna have to be careful where we park so that we don't end up getting stuck.
Two-wheel drive problems. The struggle is real. So we've arrived at our spot here, abandoned property. There's some stuff to see over in the bush. There's a couple of abandoned structures here. So while we've still got some daylight here and the wind, it was pretty windy while we were bombing around looking at all these places. The wind seems to have died down, so we're going to seize that opportunity. Just kind of show you the area, take a look around. We haven't really looked at anything ourselves yet, so we'll all be seeing it for the first time. So this is a common sight at a lot of these abandoned properties, just abandoned appliances, rusted over, dirty, forgotten about. So it looks like, yeah, there's an old stove, old washing machine there. Over this way, we come down this way. Looks like not as interesting, but there's a couple of totes here that look like they've just got a bunch of like miscellaneous garbage. Looks like there's an old coffee can in there, some cleaner. Just left disgusting. Otherwise though, I mean, other than the abandoned garbage so far, as you can see the trucks here where we backed in, we came in from back over this way. I'm not seeing any like signs that people have actually camped here. There's no garbage, no discarded masks, no Tim Hortons cups or anything like that, so, or beer cans. So hopefully it stays that way as we go through the rest of the property. And this is how dirty, this truck, with all that rain we had, the truck was actually pretty clean. With all the ripping around on those back roads, it got dirty. Very, very dirty. While we're on the topic of dirty trucks and ripping down dirt roads, one thing I absolutely love that I would recommend to any truck camper is I've got, you can see it just in here, I've got what's called a MaxGate tailgate seal. You're never going to keep all the dirt and dust out of your truck. It's not going to happen. But I would highly recommend one of these. Ripping around on those dirt roads in the past, this whole thing would have just been, like, you can clearly see there's some dirt. I mean, there's always going to be some dirt. But this would have been caked in dirt up here. Our slider, probably like the end of our bed, all that would have been caked in dirt back in the day. So over here, we have evidence that they had electricity here. This almost looks like one of those like outdoor outlets you'd have at like a campsite with power. Obviously the wires are cut. So it's kind of neat just to look at that and try to imagine, you know, what this place would have looked like back when it was actually being used by someone. I almost wonder, I mean, we haven't gone back and seen the structures yet, but I'm almost wondering maybe if this is like a rec area or something. I don't know. And it looks like we got more junk over in the bush there too. And Rita's bombing ahead. And the ground is getting kind of lumpy here, so I gotta watch my step.
There's a defunct power line. Looks like they had a fuse box and everything.
Oh yeah, totally does. You can see that right over there.
Yeah, I don't think there's any wires attached to it anymore at all. It's just there.
Yeah.
And there's something right here at the base of the tree.
I'm still waiting for the day that a raccoon jumps out and latches onto our face. Your face, my face, both our faces.
Holy crap. I think I found the crapper. Look.
What is it, a defunct outhouse?
Yeah, look there. It was a single seater with some space on the bench, and there's the hole. So if we're really desperate.
I think if we mark it with red spray paint X, someone will dig thinking there's treasure there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the kind of treasure I want.
And moving on.
If there's any pigeons, please make your presence known first, please.
Let me do my war cry, it'll scare them off. Pigeon! I don't think there's any pigeons.
For now.
For now.
Look at all the woodpecker holes.
Oh yeah?
They've been
Woodpecker's paradise.
digging for termites.
I'm sure you'll find termites here.
Oh, some kind of old workbench. The what's left of the drawer has partitions.
Hmm.
And there's a giant pile of rabbit poop in there.
This would make a good little shelter for a rabbit trying to stay warm.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I'm gonna... Well, that'll be immortalized on film forever. I'm gonna take a little... There's a bit of wood there. I don't see any nails. Just taking a little step here. Rita's just taking some pictures of the bigger structure there. I'm just gonna go poke my head into this one super quick. Well, really not much to tell with this one. Bunch of garbage. Looks like an old bed frame. The roof has very adequate ventilation. And yeah, just lots of twigs and yeah, just garbage. Here, you want to come over, babe?
Okay.
Take my hand. Take my strong hand.
There we go.
Plot twist, that wasn't my strong hand.
The whole thing's just kind of clapboard over log.
Yeah.
Here, you want to take a step in there?
Yeah. Not really much to see, I imagine. We do have some nails, be careful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not really much to see. There's a piece of plywood just resting up here.
Mm-hmm.
And,
another animal nest in the corner over there.
yeah. Yeah. I find it, like, this is too small to be a house. Like, I almost wonder if this was just like a rec shelter, like a recreation shelter, or...
The fact that it's just clapboard walls and floor,
Yeah.
maybe it started out as one building and then they tried to repurpose it.
I don't know. It's tiny, but neat to see nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. There used to be oh, sorry.
Because I don't know, I get almost kind of like a camp or like a rec area vibe from here. I could be wrong. I don't know the history of the area.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, I don't know. It almost seems like it'd be a place to come, park,
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe come, eat, you know, like have picnic dinner in here with your family.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong though. I don't know. I'm just speculating. So there is a third structure, as you can see down there. It is right on the edge of a farmer's field, being that we are close to farmland and trying to not attract attention. We're not going to go out there. Besides, the whole thing's flattened anyway. It's not like we'd be going in anyway. But there it is. And that about covers all the abandoned structures here. So it was a nice quick little exploration adventure. So let's head back to the truck and we'll get dinner started. When your ears start to get cold, gotta break out that official channel merch. That toque looks good on you, babe.
Yeah. Nice and warm.
That's a Boss logo too. Yeah, thank you so much to our friend Tess for getting these made, and our friend Kaylee for making this in the first place. It started off as a sticker on the side of our truck. Now it's kind of evolved, mutated. This is really warm too.
Yeah, they're nice and deep. They really cover your ears without having to yank it too far down your head.
They're comfortable too. Like I find with some toques, they're like almost like I have kind of a big head, but I find with some toques, they're almost like a little too tight. And they get uncomfortable after a while. This one's nice and like it fits, but it's still loose. It's still got some stretch to it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, dinner tonight's going to be pretty simple. What is it? Soup and sandwich?
Yeah, I didn't want to risk us having to stand out in the cold if it starts raining or snowing again. So for tonight, tomato soup and turkey sandwiches.
Yeah, if you're unsure how the weather's going to look, there's absolutely, like we like to do the big extravagant camp dinners, but if you're unsure, if the weather's a wild card, there's absolutely zero shame in just keeping it super simple.
Scout's motto, be prepared.
Yeah. And keep it simple. But keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, shorty. I know you like tomato soup, but I just wanted to get a fancier one, so it's like oregano tomato soup.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Tomato with basil and oregano.
Yeah.
Very cool. Just the one can, eh?
Yeah, because once we add water, that's 2 cups of fluid. And this, I don't want to have to throw leftover soup out.
No.
It would attract animals anyway.
Or it would attract more weirdos like us.
What? Us? Weirdos?
I'm going to throw a little bit more water in there just because there's 2 of us.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is good. It'll be nice and simple. Soup's good in this kind of weather.
Mm-hmm.
This is honestly, this kind of weather though, this is honestly like my favorite time to camp. I mean, it's a little unpredictable. We don't know if we're going to get rain or whatnot, but this is my favorite time to camp.
Yeah, and there's no bugs yet.
Yeah, it's not too hot. It's not like winter wonderland. It's just right in the middle there.
So according to this up-to-date weather report, it's currently only 2 degrees Celsius. Our chances of it raining never go up higher than 12%. The lowest it's going to be tonight is -1 degrees Celsius. So while we can see our breath at the moment, it's probably just because we're just starting to warm up in this camper space right here. But you know what? If it's a wee bit chilly, I'm okay with that. We can pop the windows open and have some fresh air right in your face as you're sleeping. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, good idea to save on dishes. Just have it out of the pot. This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Brisk evening like this, something like hot soup. Like I can even just keep my hand over top of it and oh, it's nice and warm.
Oh yeah, definitely going to warm my hands up on the bowl.
Yeah. Wow, this is beautiful. We've had one person drive by so far and they kind of slowed down and looked at us. I did back a little further into the property. We are visible from the road. Not much we can do about that, but no signs saying we can't be here. So we'll see what the night brings. Well, we are slowly losing daylight out here. Rita was kind enough to bring a pre-prepared sandwich. One of the perks to your fiance working in the food industry. It is so peaceful out here. You can hear some geese in the background. There's the odd vehicle that goes by, but otherwise it is lovely. I love stuff like this. I love the weird places that we choose to camp at. And now I sometimes forget we have this in our kitchen box, but I'm going to put a little bit of mustard on my my sandwich here. Or try to. There we go. I'm seriously just waiting for the day where I'm recording footage and then I'm going home and I'm editing it, or editing it on the laptop, and realizing that like something like a bear or like a person or something weird was just walking behind me and I didn't even know until I actually plugged it in and started editing and going, oh my, I was in danger and I didn't even know. I don't hope for that to happen, but I someday it'll probably happen. Just chilling out in the back of the truck. Rita just stepped out for a quick bathroom break. And yeah, super nice. It's getting chilly. My hands are starting to get cold. I'm really glad that snow from last night didn't stick. And hopefully we don't get any more. So I was seriously looking out the window last night. I'm like, it's May, right? Like, no. Not even in Canada, no. Go home, winter. You're drunk. So the plan for tomorrow, Rita and I both have the day off tomorrow. We're probably going to bomb around, look for some more places. Some of the places we did find we've marked them on map marker app that I use, just to keep them in mind for future videos, whether it be future camps, roadside finds, whatever the case may be. It'll be interesting to see what we find tomorrow. And yeah, just loving this adventure lifestyle and this particular area that we're in. This is kind of our first exposure to it. So it's always exciting when you hit a new set of roads and you're like, wow, I've never been here before. Look at all the possibilities. Well, I did pack a couple of extra blankets there, Rita. Are you warm enough?
Oh yeah, I've got warm socks on. You got me one of my favorite blankets. And if I'm really too cold, well, the sleeping bag's underneath us, so just like my dad taught me, just unzip the sleeping bag and scoot in.
I knew it was a good idea to keep that winter sleeping bag in here.
Oh, yeah.
It's, I mean, if nothing else, it's a comfy cushion.
What my dad actually does in his, he's a kind of a van camper, but in his bed he has layers of sleeping bags, all tucked one inside the other. And if he gets too cold, he unzips one sleeping bag and gets in. And if he wakes up too cold again, he unzips another layer of sleeping bags and gets in. So just constantly burritoing himself. And honestly, if he runs out of sleeping bags to unzip, it's too cold to be out anyway.
See, I almost feel like I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I'll get under the big blanket, the sleeping bag, all that stuff. And then I'll be like, oh gosh, I'm dying, I'm too hot. And then I kick one off, and then before I know it, I'm in the morning and I've kicked like everything off. Anyways, folks, I think we're gonna just dial it back and chill out. I did bring my laptop, just want to pop the card in and go over some of the footage and such. I'm trying to get used to using my editing software on my laptop. And yeah, we'll follow up with you folks in the morning, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into tomorrow. So have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Chat with you soon.
Have a good night.